Let's take a look.
Greetings and welcome to this guide video. In this video I'm going to be looking at some throw Oki that I've been messing around with, but before I get onto that I just wanted to correct some mistakes I made in the previous video. Day 1 labbing, I didn't really use the charge motions too much because I'm terrible at them, and I didn't realise until after I uploaded that video you can combo from 2D and jump D using Carcass Raid heavy slash version. My bad, sorry about that. I should have really checked that on day 1, but I was a bit hesitant about using the charge motions, but better late than never, I guess. I also missed this stuff out, the cross up jump H. If you're familiar with Dizzy and her like 2D Oki stuff, this will make a lot of sense to you. You basically have to do like a dash cancel jump, right? And your dash momentum carries into the jump and allows you to cross up. This is just me showing off the whatamajuja 2D combos. You don't have to cancel the 2D on first hit like I am. You can go on to the second hit and it will still work, but yeah, I'm just doing it this way because I don't know why. I keep cancelling mine almost too early. You only get in the first hit. I do this with 2H and close S, just gotta get used to that. Not used to characters with multi-hitting normals, except for Faust, of course. Yeah, and I just thought I'd show off a couple of different, you know, setups that I've been working on. I don't really know how good they are overall yet. I've still got some testing to do with the defensive options the opponent can pick to see what works and what doesn't. But yeah, Carcass Raid is +9 on block, so it's a pretty good pressure tool if you want to use it that way, and it combos on hit, so it seems pretty good, but I think you need to be a bit careful if the opponent is FDing you, because they might be able to push you out. This right here is going to be the main focus of the video. Throw ball set K into 5k dash cancel. This seems good as of right now from my testing, but I just want to get this out of the way with immediately. This is a manually timed setup, and because I'm trying to lab Venom to not only just make videos on him but to also play him, I'm trying to practice this manual timing myself, which means that every single clip you're seeing in this video is me manually timing this. It's not recorded or anything like that. So there is a pretty significant room for error here on my inputs, but from what I can tell, this seems to beat the vast majority of defensive options the opponent can pick here. Again, I might be looking up my timing, and there is variables at play here that might be a factor, like for example backdash. Not every character in the game has an equivalent backdash. Some are very good ones, some are very bad ones, so take that with a pinch of salt going forward from this point on. I do think this is good. I have tested it as much as I can to be as confident as I can that this is real, but it might not be. If it isn't, please let me know in the comment section and let other people know so they're not, you know, misinformed about this. But it does look pretty good. As you can see from the background, it seems to beat most options. But as you saw there, 6p can be a bit weird, but you can swap out the whatamajuja, the K ball set for Carcass Raid heavy slash, and do the same thing. And I do think this is a superior option because it does hit slightly lower than what the K ball set does, so it can beat 6p, which is quite nice. But as you're seeing, you can do frame traps from this, you can do block strings from it, you can do resets from it, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm using the K ball set here just because this was the one I labbed the most, but I do think heavy slash Carcass Raid might be superior. It's also a little bit faster. I think it's 2 frames faster in terms of its total duration. Sorry, I just hit my mic. So it might be a slight bit easier to time, especially if you're comfortable with charge motions. Right here I'm just showing some throw bait options. You can delay the close slash to bait the throw as well, but the timing there is really tight, you know, it's like a 2-frame window or something like that, so if you're even slightly off you get beat. But you can punish the throw quite well, and you can go with like instant overheads like that. I think the jump D is reactable, but it's borderline reactable. You know, it's one of those things where most people online are just going to get hit by it. But it seems pretty decent, and obviously the jump D on block can be cancelled into Carcass Raid, which is +9 on block, so you can do some pressure outs with it that way, which is quite nice. I just thought I would show this because I play Testament, and if you've seen any of my gameplay videos, you know I quite like doing Nostrovia super resets into like 5D meaties on Wake Up to get, you know, free combos. There might be some stuff there with Venom that you can do with this. Looks quite nice. Started to optimize my combo routes a bit more. You can hit them during the Dark Angel ball part and do some extra damage there if you like. Alright, this setup thingamabob that I've been working on. This might be a setup, it might not. I've deliberately left in some fake attempts here, not fake attempts, failed attempts to show that this is once again a manually timed setup, so there is room for error on this stuff. As you'll see right now, you can block string from this, so it kind of is real, but it's not safe to DPs and reversal supers and stuff like that. But that right there is the reason why I wanted to show this off specifically. Venom does have cross-up jump normals with jump S and jump D, and I think even with the right setup, jump H can cross up as well. But there is some jank associated with this. As you saw there, I did the same setup 3 times in a row and I got 3 different outcomes. Again, this could be entirely down to my timing just being bad, but I just thought I would highlight that there is a little bit of jank there when it comes to Venom's cross-up normals, so just be a bit careful with it when you use them online. If you find the dash cancel on the 5k to be a bit hard and you find yourself getting hit out of it a lot before you have chance to block, you don't really need to go for the dash cancel on the 5k. Yes, it is, I think, the superior option. I think you just get the better pressure routes from it than what you would if you did a regular dash or you did some of these versions I'm showing right now. But if your execution isn't there yet, there is options you can do to still apply pressure, you know, make reads on what you think your opponent's going to do and punish them effectively for it if they do what you expect them to, as you'll see right now. But I just thought I would put this stuff in the video for anyone who might be having difficulties doing the 5k dash cancel, because I know it's not like really hard, but it's you know, again, it's manually timed. Not everybody's going to be able to do it effectively or consistently, at least initially, so I thought I would show off some easier versions you can do to you know, still apply pressure and do stuff. This right here is just like a purely, you know, prediction super thing, and I thought it'd look cool, so I just stuck it in the video anyway. But yeah, kinda cool. This setup also works on 2D, but you need to space it correctly. This is how I do it. Yeah, you see it works, but if you're at like 2D max range, the K ball set will lose to 6p on wake up. So once again, I think you're probably better off swapping out K ball set for HS Carcass Raid. It's just a bit more consistent that way, and you're already going to be using Carcass Raid on 2D to combo anyway, so I think it's just a good habit to get into. This right here is just, I wanted to show the command grab off. I've been hearing a lot of people complain that the command grab doesn't do a lot of damage, and they're right, it doesn't. It does do shockingly bad damage, but I do think there's some utility here from the command grab. You know, being able to go corner to corner with it is very impressive for a command grab, even if the damage sucks. From this point on in the video, I'm not going to be looking at the K dash cancel stuff anymore. I'm going to be looking at some other stuff. This right here is just a very simple way of just resetting to neutral and going back to a zoner playstyle, if that is something that you like. I know the bot isn't moving much, I'm just using that as an example to show like neutral zoning. If you're familiar with Testament, you can do a very similar safe jump off the throw. Backdash, instant air dash, jump H, block, easy peasy, safe jump. It's quite good, especially, like I said, if you're familiar with Testament, you know how this works, it's quite good. If you do it correctly, you can get a close slash frame trap from it, and then you can go into, you know, once you've conditioned them to block it, and then respect you after blocking, you can start going into low overhead mix, stuff like that. Land 2k, land, jump again, and then do jump H for an instant overhead. You know, you can go for throws or command grabs. Pick your poison, basically. You might even be able to get a cheeky Dark Angel super off and go into the pressure routes with that, because Dark Angel on block is very good. It's a very good super on block. This right here is just a cheeky little, I don't know, I haven't experimented with this too much yet. Right now I just think it's a bit of a knowledge check. You know, you do the stinger aim, it misses, the opponent thinks you screwed up your Orki, they try to jump, and then they get sniped in the back by the ball. I just think it looks kind of funny, and it might catch some people out if they're, you know, unfamiliar with it. Especially considering, you know, it's like day 3, I think, right now, and, you know, people aren't really going to know a lot about Venom and what he can and can't do yet. But, yeah, looks kind of neat. I will say this, though, it is very spacing dependent. You need to be close enough to the wall to get the ball to bounce off the wall and come back in time to catch them jumping. As you'll see right now, it doesn't work everywhere on screen, so you're going to have to adjust how you use this depending on the spacing. If you're too close to the wall and you use the heavy slash version, it does that and it bounces back, but you can adjust this by using the S version instead, because that one's a bit slower. although it is a bit easier to react to if the opponent sees it. I think this one's a bit less knowledge checky than the other one is, and probably not as useful, but there might be some more stuff here. I'm going to look into this a little bit more because I kind of like it, and I think it's pretty neat being able to, you know, bounce the ball off the wall like this and do in the back ball meaties. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Kind of cool. At this point in the video, I'm just kind of showing off some, you know, random stuff. The main bulk of the video is the 5k dash cancel stuff. I think that's what you should be practicing most right now, and it's, this stuff is just cool, but needs more developing at the moment. Oh yeah, and as I just showed there, it can catch the backdash, but it can also not catch the backdash, so be a bit careful. At least when they do backdash it though, you still have the ball on screen to play with, so it's not like the worst situation. It's not really that bad at all, to be honest. Oh yeah, I forgot about this bit. The corner throw. This, once again, I haven't developed this one too much yet. I'm still looking at it, but this looks to be very good. The 2k OTG into the Carcass Raid HS is seemingly very plus on block and covers most defensive options. Very, very plus on block, by the way. I think you can also do 2D OTG into Carcass Raid. I don't really think there's a difference between the two, from what I can remember. I can't remember too much about the 2D testing, but it does seem very good. I think I show a block string with it in a moment. Oh, I'm just showing off the defensive options. Yeah, it beats pretty much everything in the corner. You can't really backdash away from it. Yeah, you can't backdash away from it at all. But, as I'll show right now, yes? No? No, I'm showing more defensive options. We'll get onto it one moment. Yeah, covers everything. Right, now here it is. HS Carcass Raid meaty into 6H seemingly is a true block string, so you must have at least 21 frames of advantage after they block the Carcass Raid for it to block string like that, I assume. So it seems to be very, very plus, and you can delay the 6H slightly to, you know, frame trap and stuff like that. I'm going to look into the corner stuff a little bit more and develop that more. I just kind of put it in the end of the video here because it just looks immediately out the gate pretty damn good. I think that's all I have to show for now, so I'll bring this video to an end. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.